Yes, indeed. So we might want to be mindful of that as well. Right, staying with nature and the environment. See what I did there? Let's have a look at Bird of the Month. Now,
nice segue. Speaking of transportation,
let's get at birds. I saw a fantastic meme that I was going to send to you this morning, and it was some people walking in the forest, and I said, "Isn't it lovely to hear the bird song?" And you hear a translation of the bird saying, "Larry, if you don't stop, if you don't get out of my tree, I'm going to peck your eyes out." It's one bird talking to another. But to us, it sounds beautiful. And we've looked at robins. We've looked at the blackbird. We've looked at the grey wagtail. And this month, who are we looking at?
Well, let's go to the first one. There it is, because that's the male. And again, typically with birds, the males have more color. Yeah. The Totinegra dos Velados,
of course,
which in English is Sardinian warbler, and I don't think that's a direct translation. But
no way is it a direct translation. Oh, okay.
And notice, I just will point out, it's Totinegra, not Tutinegra.
Sounds very Italian, almost, really, doesn't it?
Totinegra.
Tutinegra. Okay. And have you seen this? Is that why you've chosen?
Yes, actually, so far, all the birds that I have shared, and it probably will continue, are birds that I have personally seen here in Portugal. This segment is helping me out a lot because I don't want to be completely uninformed about the bird when I present it and say, "Oh, pretty picture," and then move on. So I try to get a sense of where does it reside? Does it migrate, where does it breed, whatever within Portugal, to have some answers to that. I also listen to the bird song just out of curiosity.
Oh, very nice.
This has a very interesting one. And again, the app that I use, and I don't know if I paid for it and I don't remember. It's not a subscription. So if I paid for it, it's a one-time thing. But you can identify birds by taking pictures of them. You can identify birds by playing their songs. And then you get all this information about them. So there's a difference between the male and the female.
And the little baby is very beautiful as well. Look at that.
Yes, and I'm guessing that's a baby male because the colors are already coming in, but it's hard to tell when it's young.
The literal translation is the black cap, which it may be called that in some places, I guess, the black cap of the ditches, the black cap of the ditches there. And that's why you can see it might have been called a black cap in some places there because there's a black cap.
Yes. Just as we'll call it again for so many bird names, like, oh, what, it's got a red eye. Let's call it the red eye.
Yes.
Oh, but it's in the warbler family, so we'll call it the red-eyed warbler. Whatever.
Yes, indeed.
Two-faced warbler.
Oh, what is it with it when you have a car with a vinyl roof like that? I can't remember. The two-tone warbler.
There you go.
Like that. Very good.
It is a resident year-round in Portugal, so you will see it pretty much any time of the year. I haven't seen a lot of them. I don't see them frequently, so that tells me they hide out in bushes or more wild areas or whatever. But I did see one in Ericeira when I was there. So
very good. We've seen it. A red star. Had a red star. I swept up the garden, the yard, as you would call it in the States. And of course, when you sweep your yard, it unearths all sorts of things that birds like. And so we saw a red star, who I suspect will also make an appearance into the bird of the month that you choose for us. James, thank you very much for being with us this morning, putting the record straight on whether you can or can't live without a car in Portugal and choosing a bird for us. Final word to you, my friend.
Again, it depends, and it's absolutely possible. I mean, it's just a matter of choice and priority. So that's all I really wanted to get in there.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
The other conversation felt really auto-centric to me, and it's like, well, come on.
Yeah. Well, it would do with Colin, as you say. He's rather partial, although he is becoming quite the convert. Not a convent.
Not a convert or a convent.
He's becoming quite the convert. I wanted to shout out. I saw him on Friday night at a dinner party, and I wanted to shout out Judas, just like when Bob Dylan went electric. Colin's going the same way. He's fallen in love with the Renault 5 electric, something I never thought would happen. So he's going through his own Bob Dylan moment. Have a great week. Boa semana, amigo.
Obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Ciao, ciao.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need